Welcome back. The Ultimate Fighting Cappers 2021 slate. We're doing it. We're doing it big. This time I got Jordan with me. We're rocking the
Fucking go.
house.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. You excited for this fight, bro? What do you think?
Yeah. We're all set up on Zoom. I'm excited for tomorrow's card. It starts at 9 in the morning Eastern time. This is UFC Fight Island. I'm not sure what no UFC Fight Island 8. That's what it is
We're
being
getting
promoted
fucking
as. So
spoiled, man. What's better than waking up to a cup of coffee and some fucking UFC?
Amen. The first fight isn't that exciting, but we're gonna get into it right away.
Let's
Victoria
go.
Leonardo versus Manon Fiorot, the Beast, the French, one of the first French female UFC fighters entering the octagon here on this Wednesday morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we have Victoria Leonardo on the other hand, just won her first Contender Series fight and got a contract instantly that night. Versus Chelsea Hackett. She won via ground and pound, was getting kind of dominated in the first round, got rocked a little bit, was able to get her wits again, about her, and got the takedown. And then Chelsea Hackett just had no response for the takedown, as she is a Muay Thai fighter. But what do you think about this one, Jordan? I think it's a women's MMA. Stay away. How about that?
Yeah, it's definitely stay away, man. I thought Chelsea Hackett was I thought she was gonna win, but
I
I
thought
mean,
so too. Yeah, she was a pretty heavy favorite, like minus 300,
yeah,
400 that night
I
too.
know. I think I did a parlay with her, which was a stupid idea. Every woman's fight, I think, is just stay away. But I was looking at I can't say her name, Manon Fiorot. And dude, last three wins by knockout. I mean, I don't care who your competition is for a female. That's unheard of.
Yeah, five.
Definitely stay away. Definitely stay away. But I mean, if I have to pick, man, I'm gonna have to go Manon Fiorot just because
Yep.
I think competition and her wins by knockout. I mean, just impressive.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Victoria Leonardo hasn't fought anybody with above 6 wins so far, so that's how at least this Gabriela Campo
Yeah.
girl who
Even
Furiot won was at least 6-1, so that's and KO in the first round. So, you
even
know,
being Chelsea Hackett, she only had, three MMA fights and, a lot of her fights were Muay Thai fights. So, you
it's
have
a
a Muay Thai
complete the
fighter.
octagon is a completely different ball game once you get in
Yeah,
there. Muay Thai.
she's
Yep.
got to do everything, and she doesn't know how to, she has no ground game. So, I mean, that wasn't really impressive. And I
Yeah.
feel like she has somewhat of a ground game. I mean, so
Yeah,
we'll
from
see.
watching her fight, she does have a win in Bellator by first round submission as well. So we're gonna go both with Manon Fiorot. I'm gonna go with by decision. And
Yep. I think so too. I think it's going to be, I would go, if I had to bet, I'd bet the over. Probably it's probably going to be over 2.5.
yep.
So.
Moving on to the next fight of the night, we have Umar Nurmagomedov, which is a cousin of Khabib, versus Sergey Morozov. Do you want to start this one off, Jordan? Get the people going.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to. Okay, so we'll start with Sergio. These guys' names are crazy. Morozov.
Sergey Morozov.
Sergey, yeah. So I mean, he has the last, one, two, three, four, five. So the last six fights, he's, five out of the last six, five in a row. Three of those fights being by stoppage, two of them being by decision. Against really no names. I think the UFC setting up, another Norman Megadov, undefeated fighter
He
to
is
kind of take
tied
away
with
from Khabib.
Muda Jerry as the heaviest favorite of the night, coming in at minus 500. What do you think about
Yeah,
that? That's crazy, right?
yeah. It's the last name, man. It's everyone sees, everyone sees I can't even fucking say their names, man.
Yeah, Nurmagomedov. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, man, I've seen
Nurmagomedov.
this guy Morozov, a couple of his clips, not many, but he's coming out of the M1 series out of I believe that's good old Russia there.
Yeah,
M1. Yeah. It's yeah, the Kazakh Russian division of MMA, and there's some good challengers coming out of M1, like Nate Landwehr. ran through that division. I think that Sergey Morozov is no bum, and I think everybody's just expecting Nurmagomedov to run over Morozov. But Nurmagomedov, even though he's 12-0, likes to throw a lot of kicks. Is very decent on the ground as well. But this is no easy competition for him. He's getting thrown right into the ringer. Both their guys making their UFC debut, so we'll really be able to tell after this first fight who's it gonna be. I think Nurmagomedov should be able to pull out the win. Maybe by a second or third round late submission, but it's surely not going to be an easy task for him. What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm gonna just call him Mini Khabib. Mini Khabib, he is younger. He's in his prime, just hitting his prime at 25 years old. He's 2 inches taller. He's the bigger guy, and when you have a bigger guy that is so dominant on the ground and trains with the likes of Khabib, I mean, I just don't see him losing it. So I would have to go, yeah, Mini Khabib, man, for sure.
Yeah, it seems like his striking isn't that bad. He, like I said before, he throws a lot of kicks to the leg, a lot of body kicks. So if he's gonna be able to work in the striking and then get a takedown of his own against Morozov, I think he should have the easy victory here. But
I agree. I think he's just going to go straight for the takedowns from the get go. And I think he's going to grind them out and eventually probably get him in a rear naked. But if not, then just grind out a decision.
yep, sounds good to me. We have the third fight of the night, Mike Davis for Mason Jones. Jordan, take it away here. I know
Oh,
you're
yeah,
excited to
dude,
talk about this one.
hell yeah, this is my main card of the night. I think it's going to be fight of the night. I think it's
Oh
going to
wow.
dog fight, man. I mean, dude, Mike Davis is a beast, man. Look at all his wins. I mean, he doesn't beat anybody impressive, but his only two
7 wins by knockout out of 8 fights.
losses.
That's crazy. Out of 8 wins.
If you go to
It's
decision with
impressive.
Sadiq Yusuf, if you go to decision with Sadiq Yusuf, I mean Sadiq Yusuf is a dog, man.
Oh
That guy,
yeah. He's
he's
a game fighter. He's as game as they
hell
come.
yeah. And then you lose to Gilbert Burns, who's about to fight for the title. I mean, come on. I mean, two losses that you can't even really count because I think Sadiq's gonna fight for a title one day, and I think, well, I know Gilbert Burns is about to. So, I mean, tough fight for Mason Jones. Talk about throwing him. Oh wow,
And
that
the ringer, yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
But I mean, this guy has the confidence that McGregor came in and he's another Irish fighter. So I think
Welsh, not Irish. Don't get our
oh
viewers upset here.
sorry, the same accent,
United Kingdom, same thing.
same accent. Oh, it's not the same thing. Don't get them offended, bro.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I think shit, dude, this is tough. But I mean, I'm gonna have to just jump on the train, man. I think I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I think this guy is like Justin Gaethje mixed with McGregor. Like he just has that confidence with McGregor, and he has that like I'm gonna fucking bite on my mouth guard and just fucking lay some haymakers.
I
So I'm going
love the style. I love the pressure fighting that Mason
five
Jones
ten,
brings. Yeah. A lot
five
of
ten,
first round
72 inch,
KOs.
dude. 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. For a lightweight, that's impressive. Mike Davis is tall too, though. He's 6 foot with a 72-inch, so same reach. Mike
Pretty
Davis a
much
little
same height, a
taller,
little taller, yeah.
but yeah, I think
Honestly, at the weigh-ins, they didn't look that much. The height difference wasn't that bad at all. So you never know. Tapology can be a little weird with the measurements sometimes. I've noticed, but
hell
yeah,
yeah.
plus 155 odds for Mason Jones, man. I mean, it's like they're a little bit disrespecting the guy since it's his first fight in the UFC. Mike Davis, what he's 1-1 in the UFC so far. So, hasn't really shown us a lot. Had a good finish against that guy, Thomas Gifford, but, 17-8 Thomas Gifford. We need to see something else out of Mike Davis in order for me to really go wow. But I think that
100%.
Mason Jones should be able to take care of him at plus 155 odds. That's a great bet for me. Stick him in a parlay piece for sure. Maybe even prop to KO or by decision. So
I think Mason Jones by decision would be, but I'm gonna have to go money line on that fight just because you don't know.
exactly, yeah. And plus, Mike Davis has never been finished before, besides by submission. So
Yeah, and if
and that was
Sadiq and
against
Gilbert,
Gilbert Burns.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so Mason Jones, baby. Let's go.
Yep, we got the fourth fight of the night here: Jerome Rivera versus Francisco Figueiredo. Um, Francisco Figueiredo, we're gonna start off with him. He is the brother of Davison Figueiredo. There's not much tape on this guy to watch. I don't know if that's sketchy or not, but you know, similar body type when I was watching him at the weigh-in, similar body type figure to Davison Figueiredo. This fight
Yeah.
is actually going to be at flyweight, so he's fighting pretty much at the same even weight class as Davison Figueiredo, which is weird because if he ever gets the title, it's two brothers fighting for a
No,
title.
no,
But
no, no. He's not. Wait, is this fight at flyweight?
this fight's at flyweight, brother. Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, because he usually fights at bantamweight.
Yeah, so
No, it's
Jerome
at bantamweight.
Rivera,
It's at bantamweight. It's at
Jerome
bantamweight.
Rivera. Are you sure? I see here on Tapology it's at flyweight.
That tab for me says bantamweight.
For Francisco, 125 is flyweight. It says 125, brother.
No, 125 is bantamweight. Right?
One,
No,
one, 135 is bantamweight, brother.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think Jerome Rivera had his last fight at bantamweight though versus Tyson Nam, where
Yeah,
he
I don't know.
got.
It's late over here, guys. We're all fucking,
Yeah, we're just trying to grind this.
hell yeah. God,
Yeah,
it's so
so
early in the
yeah,
morning. It's crazy.
yeah, exactly. They did fight at 125, at 135 his last fight,
Yeah,
but
okay, yeah,
now
I see it.
but now it's at
130.
flyweight, and it's gonna be a banger. I think that Figueredo might get the KO win, man. I mean, Jerome Rivera hasn't really showed me anything in his last fights. 10-3 record. You'd think it's decent, but the opponents, not the best wins.
Yeah, he
Um,
gets hard.
guys that are 6-7, 0-0, 0-1, 2-2, 5-3. His only two, he has two losses before coming into the UFC versus Brandon Royval, which everyone knows Brandon Royval now. If you are a UFC hardcore fan, he's been climbing up the rankings. He's been making a statement. Besides that, lost to who's that Mexican guy that just fought
Chicho.
Figueredo,
Chicho, what's his name?
who just fought Figueredo.
Yeah, Chicho. That's his nickname. Fuck. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah,
Uh,
man, killing me.
dude, how am I having a brain fart? Mexican. He's Mexican. Mexican fighter. I know.
Let me see here. It was
Once you say his name,
Figueredo
fucking idiot.
versus Alex Perez. No, there was
No,
another one after that. Brandon Moreno.
Brandon
That's what.
Marino.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
Brandon
was.
Marino.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he was
So,
Brandon Marino, and then Brandon Marino tapped him out.
so Brandon Royval. Yeah, Jerome Rivera took a loss to Brandon Royval. That was pretty much and Roberto Sanchez and Tyson Nam. It's pretty much three opponents with a winning record that he's ever faced, besides Luis Rodriguez, who didn't really show me anything in the contender series fight, but maybe he'll get another chance shortly. So that's why I think Francisco Figueiredo should be able to take down Jerome Rivera. The striking's better. From what I've seen, there's not too much tape on him, but what do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, man. I mean, he carries the power of. If he has any what close to the same power and same, I mean, obviously he's training with his brother. His brother, I guarantee, helped him whole camp. And when you train with a champion in that division, who's number one, who's beating everybody, I mean, it's hard to believe that some guy named Jerome Rivera is going to beat the brother of the champion who helped him in his whole camp. So I'm going
Right?
with Francisco Figueroa for sure.
Easy style. He's good value too, coming in at -150 favorite. Figueiredo, I think I see a similar pattern happening to when Herbert Burns came into the UFC and absolutely destroyed Nate Landwehr with that elbow. I think a similar case is going to happen here, and Jerome Rivera is just a stepping stone for Figueiredo to make his way through the division. Moving on, we have the fifth fight of the night, I believe. Let's see here. Do you have it, Jordan, pulled up? Because I had to back out. But
Who'd you say, brother?
fifth fight of the night: Dalcha Lugimbula versus
Oh,
Marcus the Joker Perez.
yeah.
That guy, it's
Sorry, yeah. Um, yeah, sorry. I was receiving texts from people about Conor McGregor supposedly maybe not being able to fight Saturday because a lawsuit, so that's why I kind of zoned out. But
Yeah, that's Dana. Uncle Dana will never let that happen. He's
I
gonna
was gonna
take
say,
care of it.
yeah, Uncle Dean will pay whatever he has to. Yeah, so
So, fifth fight of the night, Marcus Perez did not dress up as the Joker at the weigh-in. So, who knows? He's maybe taking this fight a little more seriously. But
yeah,
Dalcha
yeah,
just looked like a beast, man. He looked like a crazy man at weigh-ins. Actually, I don't know how he makes 185. It's like insane. This guy's a freaking massive, massive man, and he throws hammer fists, man. He throws some bombs, and Marcus Perez is chinny. That's why I'm gonna go with Dalcha Lugimbula by KO. What's
yeah,
going on,
man.
Jordan? What do you think?
I agree. I agree. I agree. I can't disagree, man. When someone hasn't won in fucking 2 years, well, it'll be 2 years next month. I mean, and then he's lost, you know, draw, loss, loss, loss. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be good for Marcus Perez. As much as I would like to see him, do well. I think Lugenbauer.
That last fight that Marcus Perez really, really got stuffed by Dricus du Plessis, man, it was almost hard to see him because Marcus Perez came out. He looked okay in the first couple of minutes. Dricus du Plessis looked like he was getting the octagon jitters, the first time being in the octagon, he looked a little shaky, but then once he opened up, once he got that rhythm going, it was lights out for Marcus Perez, man. And I think I have a similar prediction happening here. I think even Dalcha Lugimbula is going to finish him inside the first round if it really gets into a slugfest. So we'll see what happens, but I think this is one of the locks of the evening. Dalcha Lugimbula, even money line, it's good value. He's coming
Yeah.
in at like
This
minus
fight,
140.
it's a light heavyweight, man, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, is that light heavyweight or middleweight?
Mm-mm. Middleweight.
Yeah. So Logan Paul is moving down. He usually fights at light heavyweight. So he's going to be just the way. As long as the weight cut went well, I didn't even get to watch the fucking weigh-ins. How did he weigh in? Did he weigh in well?
Yeah, weighing well. All fighters made weight this week.
Oh,
All
perfect.
28
Yeah.
fighters. So
So
yeah, so there's no
Logan
mishaps.
Paul is going to
Marcus
be.
Marcus Perez is taking this fight on short notice. Um, Dalcha has been having his fights, like there was 2 fights canceled last month. In November there was a fight canceled, and in December I believe there was a fight canceled. So this guy's been lined up to fight people. Hopefully this one actually goes through.
I mean, he only lost to Ankalaev, and that's not a bad loss looking
Not a
back at
bad
it. So,
Not a bad loss at all. That
I
guy's
mean,
getting better and better,
Perez is
running through the light heavyweight division. It's nuts.
Do you remember that head kick that Ankalaev landed? I remember, man. I'm having like flashbacks
Head
actually.
kick or was it
Yeah.
body?
No, it was a head kick, man. I remember. Yeah, and Dalche even blocked it, but it still had so much power that he dropped.
Yeah, I mean that guy Ankalaev has power through the fucking moon, man.
Yeah,
Um,
Dalche, baby. That's it. All
yep.
right.
Moving on to fight number 6 of the night, we have Sue Mutajeri versus Zaruk Adashev. Not too much to say about this fight, Jordan, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know Sue Metagery. That's the only one I've heard of. He's really good. He's actually really, if he's not losing, I mean, if he's not winning by knockout, he's losing by knockout or getting finished. Look at
Yeah,
all. It's high kick, loss, armbar, win, knockout, 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 win, loss by choke, flying knee, win, 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 choke, armbar. So obviously the ground game is his downfall because the only time
uh-huh.
he's lost is being submitted. He's never lost by being knocked out, and he's knocked out literally everyone except one opponent. So that's
Yeah,
very
I honestly thought he was gonna get taken to the ground by Malcolm Gordon, who's
yeah, me too.
preferably a fucking grappler.
Yeah, good grappler, but fucking he just starched him up, man. And then I mean, this
So yeah,
guy,
Muda Jerry, very, very flashy striker in my opinion, has some great basically basic striking, and then he can throw the combos, very slick, very in and out type fighter. Um he looked good his last fight, I'm not gonna lie. He looked good his last 2 fights versus Sukumtov and Malcolm Gordon. Had a hard start by losing to Louis Smolka in the UFC. But if we look at his opponent, I think this man's absolute fucking bum, dude. He's 3-2. How do you have a guy in the UFC like this? I just don't understand. Made an impression at Bellator, winning 3 fights in a row, but then absolutely got fucking starched by Tyson Nam back in June. That was insane. And
Yeah,
he's
that's
fighting
crazy.
not even 5 months later after getting fucking knocked out cold in the first
Never good
round.
for the brain. Never good for the
And
brain.
yeah, so and
Yeah, but I like
Sotomayor is
Sue.
just on a roll.
Yeah, I think Sue. I think I'm gonna go with Sue by stoppage, man. Sue
Sue
by
by
TKO.
stoppage. Yeah, I believe Sue, yeah, like I said before, he's tied with what's his face? Nurmagomedov as the highest favorite, so he's also minus 500. You can get him minus 440 some places, but I like
Yeah, but if you pick him by stoppage, probably plus 150.
it's yeah, plus 150, plus 160 odds. Yeah. So I like that too. I honestly like Jerry to get on a roll and win by stoppage here. Moving on to the seventh fight of the night, we have Ricky Simone versus Gaetano Pireo. You want to start the UFC cappers squad
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this
dude.
one, Jordan? Let's
So
do it.
I already knew Ricky Simone. Love Ricky Simone. He's a dog. He's been, doing really well. The other guy, I don't really know much about the Gaetano Perello.
I believe he's making
He's got
his
some
UFC
losses.
debut.
This is
Am I
another guy
wrong?
that's all his losses are by submission. I mean, rear naked choke loss, rear naked choke loss, rear naked choke loss, um, heel hook loss. So I mean, all of the obviously the ground game is his flaw, and then when he wins, it's win by knockout, win by doctor stoppage, win by knees, win by triangle choke, win by KO, win by KO. So he's like another Sue. It's either he's winning by knockout or he's getting tapped out. And Ricky Simone is a great wrestler, very strong for the division. His last fight against Ray Borg, he looked amazing. And then, obviously he got clipped, by Uriah Faber, and Uriah Faber decided to stay around. But I'm gonna have to go Ricky Simone.
Yeah, and if you really rewatch that Ray Borg fight, Ray Borg is a fucking dog. I love watching him fight. I love his style, the pressure, hands up, hands up right to the face, boxing style movement, bob and weave type fighter. And Ricky Simone just made it look easy. I think the split decision really doesn't show how how that fight played out because I think Ricky Simone really dominated, at least in the first two rounds. He was kind of toying around with him in the third round. But yeah, if Ricky Simone can implement his grappling and somehow take down Gaetano Perillo to the ground, it'll be easy for him. It'll be the easy dub. But the thing is, I think Gaetano is just a superior striker to Ricky Simone. He's an absolute beast, man. He can rock anybody. His last two fights knocked a dude out with a liver shot to the body and then a doctor stoppage in the first round. Not the best opponents. He doesn't have the best track record. It's a
Yeah.
little inflated, man. He has a loss to Arnold Allen back in the day, but that was around 6 years ago when Arnold Allen's a fucking dog. But this guy's getting his UFC chances. Is he gonna win against Ricky Simone? I don't think so. Um, so yeah, I don't see a finish here. I see Ricky Simone taking him down and grinding this fight out for 3 rounds, maybe getting a late submission, but I doubt it. So Ricky Simone by decision for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ricky Simone. I'm gonna just have him money line.
Yeah, he's a little deep favorite. I think it's like minus
Or is it
300.
35, 300, really?
Yeah, it's a little deep for Ricky Simone. The odds, yeah, actually, it's even minus 400, minus 450. I'm seeing for
Okay.
Ricky Simone.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah,
you know,
I would go Ricky Simone, and then I would bet the over.
yeah, over 2.5.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Omari Akhmedov versus Tom Breese, the eighth fight of the night, and we are getting to the main event of the prelims here, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Breese was scheduled to fight the past couple months. Recently had that KO win versus KB Biller. He actually KO'd him with literally a jab, and then kind of just jumped on top of him, finished him with ground and pound. But yeah, I never seen anybody get knocked out with a jab in the UFC before, so you could tell
Yeah.
that KB Buller was just not on Tom Breeze's level. And Tom Breeze getting a little jump up in competition here versus Omari Akhmedov, who recently lost to Chris Weidman. If you're losing to Chris Weidman nowadays, man, I feel like the career is just going downhill from there because you touch Chris Weidman on the chin. Any of these top 15, 20 guys touch Chris Weidman on the chin and he's going down, you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. I agree.
So you're losing a unanimous decision to Chris Weidman. I do not think you're going to be able to beat Tom Breeze here. The British born lad is ha- is mainly on a striking, very heavy on that lead leg. The only thing I'm worried about is Akhmedov trying to kind of chop it and kicking away at that lead leg, but bigger guy, Tom Breeze, 6'3" compared to 6 foot, 5'11". Omari Akhmedov, same reach. Topology votes are split even on this fight. 54%
Yeah,
going with
dude. I was
Tom
gonna
Breeze,
say, man. I was gonna
Akhmedov going
say.
46. But
I mean,
um,
dude, I mean, Akhmedov definitely has harder opponents, man. I mean, he's fought in Zaleski, he's fought in Tim Balch, Zach Cummings, Ian Heinich, Alassane, and then Chris Weidman, and all these fighters. He was used to fighting at welterweight, and then he moved up, and he did really well. I think I'm gonna have to go Akhmedov, man.
yeah, I mean, the win versus Ian Heinich recently in hindsight is a very good win. But then the recent performance that just happened in August, not a couple months ago, versus Chris Weidman, is just completely throwing me off here. So that's why I'm going to have to pick Tom Breeze, even by first round finish. When Tom Breeze is on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. So we're just going to have to roll with the punches here. Moving on to the ninth fight of the night, we have Leron Murphy versus Douglas Andrade. You want to take this one away, Jordan? First fight of the main card.
Um, yes, sir. So, Murphy sounds like what's his name?
Eddie Murphy.
No, no, yeah,
This is
close to it. But yeah, dude,
Leon Edwards.
I don't know much about these fighters to be honest. Um, I mean, I know Leron Murphy. I've seen him fight a couple times. Douglas Andrade. I never seen him fight. Last fight was to who? Renan Barao in 2019. And Renan Barao's a dog.
Maybe you watched Andrade's fight versus Peter Yan, where he literally quit on the stool.
Who was
He,
that?
Peter Yan, Douglas Andrade. He fought.
Oh, and he quit on
He
the
fought
stool.
Peter Yan, and yeah, he just said, I'm not." Like his corner told him in the second round, like, no more.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go. Leron Murphy.
Yeah, Leron Murphy's a dog here. It's his third fight in the UFC. Yeah, that fight against Ricardo Ramos. Ricardo Ramos is a dog, great striking. He was kind of playing around with him, doing that like behind the leg kick. It's just such a weird technique from Ricardo Ramos. So ineffective, but it's just for showboating. And yeah, eventually got starched by Leron Murphy. He had a good fight. That was a draw against Zabir Tukugov, and Tukugov has some good wins in the division. And I think Leron Murphy at a minus 300 favorite should be able to take down Douglas Andrade here, I believe, by
100%. I agree.
majority decision. Maybe even by KO in the second or third round.
I agree, brother.
Alrighty, 10th fight of the night here. We're getting close to the good ones. Or I would say even the prelims had better fights than the main card. But here we are, Tyson Nam versus Matt Schnell. This is one of my one of my locks for the night. Tyson Nam coming in at -3, 130, 140 favorite, which is very, very good odds for me. This guy has been on a fucking very vicious 2-fight win streak with 2 vicious KOs, I believe, both in the first round. One was in the first, one was in the second, and so he's 2-2 in the UFC, looking to make a statement here against Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell, primarily a grappler, he's going to look to take this fight to the ground, but I don't think Tyson Nam's going to be able to get taken down that easy. And I have Matt Schnell finishing. I have Tyson Nam finishing Matt Schnell in the first round, just like Alexander Pantoja did to Matt Schnell back in 2019. So this is Matt Schnell's first fight in a year and a 1 month actually. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough one. Tyson Nam, first round KO for me.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. I'm gonna go Tyson Nam, TKO. I don't know if it's gonna be in the first round. I think Matt Schnell might, try to keep it close and try to hang on for dear life. But I'm gonna go Tyson Nam for sure, dude.
Roxanne Modafferi versus Viviana Araujo. Women's MMA, stay away. Roxanne Modafferi's a bum, 25-17. I have Viviana Araujo winning here, plain and simple. Not even gonna break this
Um,
one down.
yeah, I thought Roxanne was gonna be good after she beat what's her name?
Megan Anderson,
No, no, no,
what's
no,
her
not
name?
Megan Anderson.
Andrea Lee, yeah.
No, no, no.
Macy Barber.
Macy Barber. Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
that's
she was
what
gonna
Megan
kill it, and then she
Anderson,
lost
Macy
to
Barber.
Danielle Kelly, and then she lost to Lauren Murphy. So yeah, I'm going Vivian, dude. That's an easy one
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, Vivian is just overall better striker, overall grappler, better just MMA specialist than recently got a win against Montana De La Rosa, bouncing back from the Jessica I loss, which I think Viviana Araujo could have even potentially won that fight, but we're not even gonna go there. It was a terrible, boring fight. They were actually the main event of that night. If anybody, the UFC hardcore fans can remember, that fight night was awful. Alrighty, we have an even worse fight, I think, here. I don't know how this got onto the main card. Both these guys are 0-3 in the UFC. Ike Villanueva versus Vinicius Moreira. Do you have any words to say for us for these two absolute trash cans, Jordan?
No, dude, pass, pass, pass.
Yeah,
If I had to
it's
guess, I'd give it to Ike Villanova though.
actually Ike Villanueva was only on a 2-fight losing streak, so yeah, he got killed by Jordan Wright, and Jordan Wright recently just got demolished by Buckley, like it wasn't even close, and Buckley just got demolished by fucking what's his face? Oh, the Italian guy. Literally just
Who?
happened.
Marvin Vettori?
Literally just happened. No, not Marvin Vittori. Literally just happened.
Oh, last weekend. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Alessio De Chirico. That's his
Yes.
name. Yeah, but this is just an absolute shitter of a fight. It's striker versus grappler. Loser gets cut from the UFC indefinitely. So if I'm gonna have to do it to him, I'm gonna give it to Vinicius Moreira because I think he might be able to just take down Ike and grind him out with his jiu-jitsu and get a finish. So yeah, so Vinicius Moreira by submission for me. Moving on to the 13th fight, the co-main event, we have Warley Alves versus Munir Lazzez.
Yes,
Jordan, do
sir.
you want to give us a breakdown of Munir and Warley here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, just because these fighters are kind of new. I'm gonna go Munir Lazez.
Yeah,
This,
Munir Lazzez recently got a nice decision win versus Abdul Razak Al Hassan, who recently just got storched by Chaos Williams and probably is not going to fight in the UFC again. But after that loss, we'll see. It's Warley Alves is getting more towards the end of his career here.
yes,
He's
I
been
agree.
he's been recently slowing down in his fights, hesitating a lot on shots, getting finished by James Krause and Randy Brown in the past 2 years. So not the best wins in the UFC. Sultan Aliyev, Sergio Moraes, and Salim Tuhari, all guys that are arguably not even fighting in the UFC anymore. So, it's a tough one here, but I like to see Munir Lazzez get the victory, probably by finish this time. I see him KOing Warley Alves in the second or third round.
Yeah, I agree, dude, for sure.
So, main event time here. We have Michael Chiesa versus Neil Magny. Um, an amazing main event. Michael Chiesa is not the best striker. Neil Magny is probably one of the best overall fighters, pound for pound, in the UFC. Probably top 15, top 20 overall pound for pound fighters. Just a great overall base with the mix of the clinch, the wrestling, the striking, kicks. He does it all, man. Neil
Yeah,
Magny,
for sure, dude.
he's
I think he's tied with the most wins. He has 5 wins inside of a year span, which is just great, man. He's his fight versus Robbie Lawler was a dogfight, and he was able to get him. Fought Anthony Rocco Martin, was able to take him down. Fought
Yeah,
Jing Lian
right.
Lee, who recently just fucking sniped Ponzinibbio.
His last loss was at Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Yeah, and that's pre Ponzinibbio having the fucking disease and almost dying. So as we can tell, that disease really affected him because he got starched by Li Jingliang, and it was bad. But I really like Neil Magny to get the win here, man. I just see him grinding out and getting the win versus Michael Chiesa. What do you think, Jordan?
Dude, I've been back and forth on this one, but I think I'm gonna have to go Michael Chiesa.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
why is that? Why do you think he's
Because
gonna
I
win?
think his ground game is his submission game is so much better. And then when he moved up in weight, he just did, so much better. He's been doing so much better. So
You
yeah,
think he's
Michael,
gonna be able to take Neil Magny to the ground? It's gonna be a tough
100%.
one. That guy has
Well,
some great takedown defense.
If Neil Magny takes him to the ground, then that's a bad decision on Neil Magny because Michael Chiesa is a black belt and BJJ and just a phenomenal submission artist.
Yep. It's
I'm
gonna be
going
a good
Michael
one.
Chiesa, dude, by submission.
Yeah, so Jordan, what are your locks for this event today? Because we know we always
Um,
give the locks are gonna be on the screen right now. I know you always love giving the locks.
Honestly, Mason Jones, I like that at plus money.
Uh-huh.
Ricky Simone
Mikey Simone.
and Michael Chiesa, man.
3 locks. You heard it here from Jordan. Michael
Yeah,
Chiesa, Ricky
there's three
Simone.
risky ones too. Three risky ones.
It's gonna be plus money parlay for sure. You'll get some good value out of that. For me, my 3 locks starting from the bottom, they're gonna be Francisco Figueiredo. We're gonna go Dalcha Lugimbula.
I like that.
And I also like Tyson
Playing,
Nam as
playing it
my
safe.
third lock.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, I mean, with the parlay, if you take all those 3, it'll be like a nice plus 500. So you can do that with your monster spicy play. Tyson Nam by first round finish, or just finish Tyson Nam by KO, Tom Breeze by KO, and Dalcha Lugimbula by KO.
I agree, brother.
UFC Ultimate Fighting Cappers are back. We're gonna be making a video every card now, so you can just expect us. We're gonna go on, rip it, and it's gonna be a great time.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
Alrighty,
All right, brother.
let's get into it.